I sat down recently with this book and a cup of black coffee. I use this yellow pencil to underline things I think are important or might want to look at later. I've read this book a couple times now, and I've learned something new each time. This is my favorite quote from Bell Hooks. Many of us are more comfortable with the notion that love can mean anything to anybody, precisely because when we define it with precision and clarity, it brings us face to face with our lacks, with terrible alienation. The truth is, far too many people in our culture do not know what love is. And this not knowing feels like a terrible secret, a lack that we have to cover up. I began to talk to my heart. I asked it, why does it associate loving with the naive, the weak, and the hopelessly romantic? Why does it desire intimacy without risk, pleasure without investment? Perhaps our hearts know the risks. Too often we've seen it go wrong. Our cynicism masks disappointed and betrayed hearts. We all want to know more about love. We consume its disguises endlessly. We wish to seduce those among us who live lovelessly, to show them what it feels like to fill your heart with love. Love, then, is a transformative tool. The goddess Venus was married to Vulcan, god of the night and blacksmithing, and an ugly and old lame man. Mars, handsome, young, and clean-built, is irresistible to her, and they make passionate love in Vulcan's marriage bed. The god Apollo saw what they were about and told Vulcan. Vulcan went to his forge and created a snare made of bronze chains so fine that not even the gods could see them, and he spread them across his marriage bed, draping them all over the bedposts. Then he told Venus he was leaving for Lemos. When Venus and Mars took advantage of Vulcan's absence, they were caught in the net, unable to stir hand or foot. Of course, Vulcan hadn't really left for Lemos, and instead found them and shouted to Venus's father Jove, who came ushering in the other gods to witness his cuckolding. Including Mercury, Apollo, and Neptune, all the goddesses stayed away in shame. The gods roared with laughter to see the lovers caught, and one of them, Mercury, makes a joke that he wouldn't mind being caught in the trap himself. Vulcan demands his dowry back from Jove, and Neptune bargains for the freedom of Mars and Venus, promising that if Mars doesn't pay the dowry back, he would pay it himself. Vulcan agrees and loosens the chains, and Venus goes off to Cyprus and Mars off to Thrace. I've begun to think of loving as something that I could be a lot better at. Perhaps we all could. But when I think about getting better at things, like drawing or playing the piano, I think of the hours of practice that are required. In order to improve a skill, we must rehearse it, and to do that, we must be taught it. As my mum sits beside me on the piano bench, she models to me the example. I watch her fingers move across the keys gracefully, bending the music as she pleases. With her help, I can learn to do the same. It'll take hours of practice, but soon enough, I'll be able to read the sheet music quickly, repeat melodies stuck in my head, and then someday create my own. Perhaps learning to love is the same. Do we learn to love by seeing others love, or by allowing others to love us? As my mom has treated me lovingly every day of my life, I've seen love in its many forms. I can watch her and repeat the notes she plays. If I play them wrong, carelessly, She's there to guide my hand, to show me how to play the notes softly and with ease.